For today's tear down, this. Yes, one more Soviet battle tank night vision periscope. It is my third one. So this one was very cheap, well, quite cheap on German eBay. Only 50 euros because all the screws are rusty. So my plan is to take it apart and replace when possible or restore all the screws. Some of them are very special and I have no matching replacement in my stock. Luckily enough, so far I was able to unlock all of them, even if some of them are really bad. In particular here, there are already 2 missing screws because actually the heads did expand with the rust and it was not possible to turn them. It was really a fight, believe me. So first we will have a look around. So the most important thing here is the high voltage box. I hope it will be possible to open it and see what there is inside. So there is only one eyepiece, handle with a missing rubber part here. The other one is actually quite bad and also missing the retainers here, but they are common parts for several devices, so maybe I could find a replacement if I found a grab bag of spare parts or something like this. It is not totally impossible. So one eyepiece, one headrest thing, which will need some repainting maybe. This is very rusty. Also the usual caution label, in particular about sunlight. Do not expose the device to sunlight, and there is actually a shutter that is provided. So this part is what is sticking outside the battle tank with a mounting flange here. Some securing device, probably some pin will come in here and secure the device. You can see more rust over here. So the main optical window here, actually a nice big prism. This part I am not totally sure what it is for. Model number here with a very nice Soviet Union logo. So TKN1S on this plate, nice, and the serial number is actually written here near the power button. So it will take 28 volts. We can actually try to power it on and see what happens. I will do it just after. So power switch here, the main power input. Very rusty also, the 2 handles, and actually it is all. The high voltage wire here going to the photo amplifier tube, and it is all. Okay, so first I will try to power it on for you. I need to cover the input here and maybe close the shutter, but I am not sure of which position is the closed one here actually, so I will just put a black plastic over it. Okay, I did connect to my power supply and power on, and yes, surely enough it is working. You can hear the noise from the power supply and you can see the green light here. I will turn off my light and maybe a few seconds for my camera to adapt, but it is working. I can remove my bag maybe. Ah, there we are. Yes, it is working. Is it really making a picture? Not really easy to tell. It is made for long distance focal point, so as it is against my table here, I do not expect to see anything. But at least the photo multiplier tube, well, photo amplifier tube is working, and the power supply is working. Very nice. Okay. Light. So it will be interesting to see what we have inside this thing. I guess first I will remove all the accessory stuff that is not needed. I will put all the parts in a compartment box, and I will already in fact select some possible replacement screws. So each time I will put aside all of the new screws. Here we had a wire clamp that was completely impossible to undo. I will need to thread a new hole here because it is the screw did break when I tried to undo it. Luckily enough, so far everything else did unlock. So I hope it will be possible to have a look inside. This is annoying here, this ring, because this is completely stuck. I do not know if it is necessary to undo it in order to see what we have inside this power supply. There is a cover here, but I am not totally sure of how it will go on, but we will find out anyways. Okay, so I will start by undoing all the stuff, the accessories. So this, one screw remaining. I did use a lot of WD-40, and as you can see, here I will have more screws to deal with. This part I want to remove the rust, probably wire brush it, and try to undo the screws. There is one here that is completely hidden in the rust, but I would like to repaint at least this part, if not this one also. It should be, I believe I will paint it in Amberton grey. Not sure if I have a paint of this color anyways, but it needs really some paint. Well, you can see the condition. This is why it was cheap on eBay. What next? The plate. Actually, I can undo this plate. Why not? The screws appear to be easy to undo here, but believe me, it was a fight to unlock them. Not too many damage so far, so these ones will be complicated to find. They are very short, maybe 1 millimeter diameter, but I will search in my stock and should find something. Okay, this plate, still some WD-40 behind it. So this will be cleaned, and I will try not to damage it anymore, but it is already. Put it aside for now. Okay, then I will remove the handle piece with a bigger screwdriver. So you can see the condition of these ones. I have slotted like this on countersunk, but too long in my stock. This exact size, of course. I do not have them, no matter the amount of screws you have in stock. You never have what you need. It is why I have more than 30 kilos of screws in stock, and I still purchase screws. Okay. So this part, sadly, missing the rubber thing here. Put this aside. Then other accessories here, this thing. I do not know what it is for, but it will come off. Okay, not too bad. There we are. Oh, before I forget, some protection on this prism. Sorry for the rain noise outside. It has been raining all the week, which is good in fact, but okay. Except for people who are currently underwater, not very far from me. Okay, so here we have two securing things. So this one we need a good wire brush, but at least the screws well, most of the screws I was sure I did unlock this one. Quite weird. Wow. This one is very bad already. This one. Okay. So when they are difficult like this, first you want to clean the screw, then try to select a bit of exactly the correct size and put it in a very strong screwdriver, and like this. Actually you can help with a vice grip, and it is how I was able to undo most of them, even if the conditions appear to be very bad. Look at this. Wow. Next compartment here. Okay, a little bit of a clean. Then this thing. So you did notice, I believe, this particular unit has a separate high voltage power supply. Well, separate but attached. You have three possibilities. Either it is completely included, either it is a separate box, or it is a module like this that could be replaced if needed. Okay, some more nasty stuff, old grease here also. So here I can undo, I believe, this, and we will after undo it at this level. So 4 big screws. So these ones are particular. I do not have matching replacement, as you can guess. It will be fun. I will need to extract them actually from the hole here in order to be able to clean them correctly, but it will be a fight for later. Oh, this one maybe is coming. No. It will be really fun to do, but at least they are not stuck, which is good. not stuck anymore, I mean. Okay. You can see how they are. Oh, this one is coming off completely. This one may be also. So I believe the only thing preventing them from coming loose is dirt and dust inside here. Yes, totally. And also they did apply some sealing compound, some putty actually, to make some water tightness on here. Interesting. Okay, so this could come off. Maybe. Oh, yes, you can see putty everywhere for your protection. So here the prism assembly itself, I have 4 more very special screws that will require cleaning because I cannot find replacements. This one have a thread only at the end. If I had a lathe, I could take regular screws and remove the thread on a portion of a screw, but I don't have a lathe, so I will need one really. For such stuff would be good. Okay. So here just an adapter piece with one more seal. Here we have, you can see one prism piece. It is a single block of glass, this, and we have no heater element on this one to prevent fogging. I will also protect here real quick. Like this maybe. Okay. So what next? Here it does reveal a huge lance. Really impressive. Beautiful, but I will cover it also. We do not want any scratch on them, so this poor device is already in bad condition. Like this, very good. So we are at a good progress point here. Actually, I can now undo this cover here, which is just holding the mirror. But first I will undo the high voltage power supply. So we have this cover. Luckily enough, it is actually a connector behind, directly going to the photon amplifier tube. If I can undo again with those screws, you can see everything was really bad on this device. It is a luck I was able to unlock the screws. So this one will be probably, well, will be replaced. So there is also this rubber piece here around the eyepiece, but there is some kind of spring around, rusty. I do not think it will be easy to undo it, so I will probably keep it in place. So what do we have here? Actually, if I pull, it will just and connect like this. You can see all the putty here to for water tightness, the high voltage input of a photo amplifier tube, some shielding around, and some double insulation here with a seal. So everything here will require cleaning. And now I can undo the high voltage power supply box. It is 2 screws like this. Securing it in place like such. Okay, now I can undo the screw. Very good. So here is what it looks, this box. So 4 screws and 4 more screws to secure something inside. It will be interesting to see if we can or not have a look in this thing. I really want to have a look. You can see rust and nasty stuff everywhere. Okay, but first about this unit. What do we have? I will first undo the cover here now. Actually the cover to the mirror piece with a nice Soviet Union logo. So this is quite nice. It is why one of the reasons I did pick up this unit, because of this actually. So 4 screws. Regular 3 mm countersunk screws. I have a lot of them in stock, even of genuine Russian manufacture, so I will replace them. Cover like this. More group. That will require probably cleaning, a spring, a piece of cardboard, and your optical mirror. This is a delicate piece. I will put it in a plastic bag. Other side of the lens assembly here, so there is a wall optical setup in here, and here your photo amplifier input, and here is the shutter thing like this. Very simple setup, you can see. Okay, so there are 4 screws here. I do not know how you are supposed to access this one in the corner. Obviously, there must be a trick to it, because really, and I believe it will come out completely from this side. So let's continue with maybe first the eyepiece here. So here we have 3 screws that are not easy to reach because of rubber. More totally regular screws, 10 mm long or 8, something like this. These ones are not rusty for some reason. I might even be able to reuse these ones. Not sure why. All the other ones are really bad. Okay, so does it come off, this thing? This ring here will come off. Yes, just like this. More dirty stuff. Ready? So this will require cleaning, and here we have the input side of the photo amplifier. Well, the output, I mean, more goop everywhere. So now I can undo this side panel, and hopefully the wall contents will get out. There is some kind of a rubber cup provided here. I believe it is supposed to pop in here, but really not working very well, this thing. So this will be more screws to replace. This one is not too rusty because it was protected by the goop. And this one also, I guess. Yes, actually very easy to undo. Easier than expected for something that has been installed on here for maybe 50 years. I did not find any dead code so far on this device, so not sure how old it is. We might have one onto the tube here and probably onto the power supply components. Okay, so okay, really nice. More goop everywhere, but considering how bad it is, I believe I will just remove it anyways. So, how does it come off, this thing? We have 4 screws here that could release this cover here actually, and that allow to release completely the tube. Nothing left inside except the very crude mechanism for the shutter. So let's check out this amplifier tube. I will try to do the first screws here and we will see what happens. This thing is getting on all my tools, really. Very, very dirty. So this, at least, is not rusty. But this particular screw has a thinner slot, and the screwdriver will not fit. It is very common with Russian screws. In fact, the tolerances were quite weird and really not really impressive hardware. Okay. Okay. We have OTK quality stamp. We have another quality stamp here, but no. Here at the bottom actually. It means apparently I have to undo this set screw here. Try to. And see if we can extract completely the device. If it is not stuck in place, now it is good. Okay. Is it coming off? Yes. Like such and like such. Okay. So, model number ZB, ZV, one quality stamp, serial number here, quality stamp, and date code apparently 1984. So this is our photo multiplier tube. Photo amplifier, excuse me. Very common thing. Okay, I will reinstall it in place and we will open the power supply. So, this power supply box, no part number on it or anything. Switch here with a rubber cup around it. 4 little screws that will need replacing. One connector with only a big contact in the middle and a lot of rust. I will try it probably to de-rust it a little bit more. So let's find out if it is possible to check the insides or not at all. Good start, I guess. Wow. Okay, this screw, I was pretty sure I did unstuck it, but maybe not. Actually, I believe it is glued here on the side by the rust. So it will be interesting. Okay, it did move a little bit, but the slot is not deep enough to allow turning it really well. So give me 1 second, please. Try to just enlarge the slot a little bit. Should be good enough. Not sure how I will do it. Maybe like this. Yes, seems to be good. Try not to damage too much the paint beside. No damage actually. And now maybe I can undo it. Wow. Hopefully the other ones will not be so hard. Wow. Wow. It is insane how little fasteners like this can be hard to undo sometimes. Some exercise in the morning. Undoing screws onto Russian tank parts. Okay, wow. So I believe I will clean all the parts completely before reassembling the device, because really you can see I have a whole assortment of screwdrivers here to try to find each time the best fitting one, because the screws are so hard. It is the only way. Okay. This one maybe will also be a fight. Yes. Quite annoying actually. Because I am pretty sure I did. Unlock all the screws. Wow. This one is in a bad position, so I cannot even do a lot about the slot. Okay, let me deal with it, I will be right back. Okay, actually it was less difficult than expected. I just secured the box in a vise. And it was possible to undo the screw, but now what do we have in here? And how is it supposed to come off? I have no idea. I see stuff for sure, but it looks like this wall wire maybe is supposed to come in, which is not good at all, because I will not be able to undo the slotted screw here, and the shielding on this wire is already bad. I do not want to damage it anymore, so let's try to undo the screws here. Let's see what happens. Luckily these ones are good. Okay. So yes, as expected, we have a well, it looks like all the electronics are actually contained in a potted module. Here we have a lot of extra putty, you can see. Wow, quite insane. Reverse voltage protection diode, the switch. Here I can see two transistors with its sinks, but this thing really will not come off, because I have a feeling this must be unscrewed, or maybe we have a plug in here that will come off, and then it will allow to extract the wall content. But given the condition, in particular of this ring here, and of this little annoying set screw, I see at the back, at the bottom, I see a, let me try to, yes, it is totally it. Okay. What to do? First I will restart this cover, because okay. In fact this is a piece that could be replaced apparently, but the problem here is this set screw first. That, like the other hardware, did just rust out and is now stripped. So we have slots here. I will try one thing. If this doesn't work, I believe I will not be able to go any further, sadly, with no damage. I will try one thing. Give me 1 second. Let's do something totally wrong. I will use a tool for a lance spanner tool to try to actually unscrew this ring. Let's see what happens. It will be interesting for sure. So actually the other side here is a slot like this. It is normally a precision tool supposedly to open optical lenses for big rings like we have actually on this device. Okay, I have to adjust now the proper distance between the two parts. The correct one. I am not sure what will happen here, but I can always try anyways, like such. Okay, maybe with some luck, or maybe not. First, maybe it would be a good idea to put some oil in here. So I will leave the oil penetrate for a few minutes. I will be right back. I am back. Actually, I chose to drill the set screw here. Ah, did it move or not? No. Haha. You know what? It is another job for the vice. So, sorry, no luck so far. I did try to move this ring, I did drill the set screw, but so far it does not come off. I will give it some time with penetrating oil, maybe. It will eventually come off. I will also do the other one. Anyway, my plan might be here to replace this tin copper shielding because it is in bad condition. If I find a matching size shielding in a piece of cable, tin copper shielding in a cable, I could maybe swap it. I will have to check if I have something in stock that could have a correct diameter of shielding. It is just regular sleeve like this, but this is not coming off so far, so I will give it some time with penetrating oil, maybe drill a little more here, and I will see what happens. Anyways, I did check with the light and it looks like most of the electronics are putted in here. There is some kind of a circuit board at the back, but it is not possible to extract it so far. Nice color here on the pattern even on this aluminum piece, and this go everywhere. So all the parts will get proper restoration, I believe. Not sure what I will do with this. As you can see, it is really bad. Well, one thing I can do is wait for another similar device on eBay with a better condition power supply and make one device with two or something like this. It is working, but sadly you can see the rust did really do a lot of damage here, and it is quite annoying. So I will see what to do with it. Worst case scenario, I'll just reinstall it like this, but I would like to have it beautiful condition. So this ring here will be difficult to replace. Special part. As you can see, it is really bad, this thing. So I was expecting to have a good look at the electronics, but no luck today. Look at this, interesting how they did. This connector is made actually. There is a big slotted ring here to the center contact. Very regular switch here. D237A diode with date code of 85. Okay, so it is a late production. I was expecting it to be older actually. But even for a late production, the rust did its job in ruining all the steel hardware. So, thanks for watching. Bye bye.